we need to understand that the swing, ideally, is just a circle. As far as the hands in relation to us go, the hands are traveling heel plant to move our circle forward, then we are releasing through. Getting the shots fat, getting them chunky, hitting them rubbish, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to show you that you can stop hitting behind the golf ball and get rid of those crap strikes once and for all very quickly by being in a bunker. Might sound strange, but this is the fastest way I can show you what a good quality strike, getting ball first, then turf, feels like. Let's find out how. Working on the low point, we might need an alignment stick just to get the concept and straight line, but you really don't need it. I'm just using this for a bit of extra visual, okay? Right, so let's say we've got this alignment stick here. Fat shots happen if the ball is in this point there, okay? If the fat shot happens, it's because we're hitting the ground here, right? Kind of obvious. Thin shots happen when we just get the ball. But usually thin shots are not as catastrophic, are they, right? Now, let me be honest, fat shots are my problem. That's like one of the major faults that I have in my swing. However, we can fix it, I promise you. So what we need to look at is how can we start to train our low point, which is when we're striking the ball, but actually striking the ground, because our low point is just after here, okay? That's the idea. So the low point is just after the ball. Now there's two ways we can go about it, by training the hands, which we're going to do today, and educating that, but also one sort of special mention, think of it like that, is the fact that we need weight transfer, okay? We need weight transfer. Why? One, because it helps, energy and power. If you were throwing something, you would just move your weight naturally, you would transfer that way. But also, we need to understand that the swing, ideally, is just a circle. As far as the hands in relation to us go, the hands are traveling on a circle, okay? You make that concept in your head as vivid as you possibly can. The more we can repeat that circle, the better. But with irons, we want the bottom of that circle to be just after the ball. Not here, not at the ball, just after. Make sense? Okay? So if we do it by trying to adjust the hands too much and doing that swing which is wide, narrow, wide, that's where we become unstuck, that's where inconsistencies happen. So let's imagine we're that big robot golf machine, okay? The hands are always staying perfectly, same distance from here to here all the way through. That's the idea. But to make that low point after the ball, we need to transfer the weight a little bit, so now the low point is just here. All I've done is move my mass just past, just a couple of inches this way, okay? That's going to make me get the ball first and then the turf, or sand in this case. Now, one of the ways we can really tap into that feeling, which I love, is actually just allow the heel to raise on the backswing a little bit. There's benefits to that, which we've covered in other videos, but we're going to place the heel down. We place the heel down, and just by that action alone, our weight transfers through. Our mass moves forward. That's one of the keys to a good, effortless, powerful golf swing, all right? Are you with me so far about the circle, about the mass, about where we need to get the ball, and get the ball first, then turf, to stop hitting behind it? Think of that circle, think of that weight transfer. Just let me know that you understand where we're at right now. Now on for today's main sort of tip, and why we're in the bunker, is because not only can I use the visual of the sand, but you can practice like this too. Because what we're going to do is actually just draw a line in the sand here, okay? We're going to draw this line all the way down. You can use an alignment stick or you can just make it up. But we don't even need a ball to begin with. What we're going to do is imagine that there's a ball just here, okay? but we are going to make sure that we strike the sand just afterwards, like so. You see that? You can see that line. If I'm going to hit it heavy, I'm going to catch it here. I want to make sure that I move my mass and I educate my hands to fire and have the low point just after. So we hit the sand just after, just after. It might take a few to kind of get that sensation really dialed in for you. But if you try the body mass, if you try the foot planting, maybe that's going to be enough for you. But I want to give you a little bit of extra zip. And the way we're going to do it is just take your lead hand, okay? Grip down it a couple of inches. And what we're going to do here is actually feel like we are releasing very effortlessly just past. Now we can practice this with a bit of momentum, okay? And I want you to keep practicing just with the lead arm. Why? Because that's really going to train you for that low point control. So the more we can train this for that lead hand to unhinge and accelerate past the ball instead of dumping it short here, the better we're going to be. What we're talking about is that weight transfer, right? But I want you to practice this general release here. You can add a little bit of support with the my case, the right arm. I forgot my left and right there for a second. But what we're trying to do is educate here to understand that everything has to go through. We're not hitting at it. And we can do it by holding the arm if you need to, right? And we're allowing the arm to rotate, but we're unhinging here. You see how I'm straightening here? I'm not scooping. I'm not dumping it back here. I am educating it this way, right? So we are there. And the more we practice that, the better we're going to be to get that low point, to get it absolutely perfect as often as possible. So from here, again, practice it as much as you like. Just draw lines in the sand, right? And we're making our swing. We can add that transfer. We can add the heel plant to move our circle forward. Then we are releasing through. See that? That's what we want. There. Okay, that was a little bit too far ahead because I was accentuating, but generally you're going to be in a better spot than if you are hitting it fat back here. So you work on that, as many drills as you can, just to get better at that low point. Now you practice it with one arm, then you graduate to two hands, okay? You just graduate to two hands and have it there to accelerate through. I'm covering you with sand a little bit there, but you get the idea. So we covered quite a few things in a short space of time there, right? We're going to go into more detail in some other videos, but I just wanted to give you a task, a couple of tasks to go out and do today, right now, in your kids' play sand trap or whatever it is. Get out there, get some sand and see how you're performing with that strike after the ball to get that low point. Work on that weight transfer, get that snap feeling, try the drill, and let me know if it helps you. Let me know if you have any questions. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe and all that. And that's it. I will see you next time.